the soul loves everyone, immaculately so. And the purpose of all the mitzvot, the Torah, all the disciplines, all the unifications of tikkunim, of the way you elevate earth into heaven, is all about imbuing soul into it, to reanimate it with Shekhinah, with her light. And you can do that without your soul. And your soul can't be with you when you don't love everyone. There's a big mechitza, a big partzuf, a big veil. It's like a transmission on a radio, and there's just a wall of static. You can't hear what's coming through. And that static is all the mind and its attachments. The Hasidic masters called them gavurot, your mind's severities. And you want to keep it simple. You have to live from the heart, not your emotional heart, your spiritual heart. And the Kabbalists, they talk about all the stories, the narratives of the Bible, the Torah is all this spiritual roadmap. And this idea of wandering 40 years in the desert, 40 years in the desert, there's the same 40 days, Yitzias Avlad, until an embryo is considered a living organism. 40 days till it's considered life. Is 40 sa. In a ritual bath. It must have 40 sa. There are 40 creative expressions that were involved in Masa Bereshis, in creating the world. And there were 40 creative acts that were necessary and needed to replicate creation and create the tabernacle, create the Mishkan. One of them, Moses could not do on his own. And that was to animate it with the soul of spirit, the Shekhinah. To do a yesh ma'ayin, something from nothingness. Not from nothing, but from nothingness, the unexpressed. To draw an expression of divinity that was not in creation, it was from the unexpressed, and bring it into the realized. He said, "V'asuli mishkan v'shachanti v'socham." Create a tabernacle and I will reside in it. And the Kabbalists look at this verse and they say, this is the secret to the soul. You have to create a tabernacle within. A place where the glory of God can reside within. The tabernacle was a microcosm of the world. It was for all. It only worked when it was for all. It couldn't work in a reductive state. You were not permitted to bring in metals of weaponry into this holy place. That's Ba'asuli Mishkan. You have to create the tabernacle within. V'shachanti v'socham. You can't have violence there. Violence is a word. Violating. No, the Kabbalists always refer to relationships, creative relationships, in erotic terms, in terms of relationship with Shekhinah, with divine feminine, its emergence, and the divine masculine, as interplay, with Abba, Ima, with God as father, God as mother. Wisdom and understanding. Violation. Spiritual growth is called Devekut. To be davak is to attach yourself to latch, to embrace. Devekut is the process, the devotions of embracing. You think about a man and a woman who are involved in a loving relationship, in the space of passion. There's a pretext of embrace in order to build up to this uniformity, this transcendent exchange of spirit, soul, body, emotion, and is something that's so sacred, can also be something that is a violation. It's a violation to force someone to treat a person as a thing, to attach yourself, your intention, to the external, devoid of the intrinsic. It damages the soul of the matter. It's a violation. It's violent to the soul. Your soul within, when you create that tabernacle within, Yikore l'chol ha'amim. This has to be a space that calls out to the Shekhinah, to your beloved, as it exists within all nations, all peoples. Because when you connect to your soul, and you want your soul to stay, to remain, to reside there, not to visit and then disperse and go from high to low to high to low, but to reside here on earth. Your soul is a network of loving vitality, and it loves everyone. So much. And the work of the spiritualist is in cultivating that mishkan inside, where you can bridge your heart with the higher heart, with Tiferet Yisrael. Your soul won't jump. It will stay steady if the conditions of yichud, of singularity, are maintained. There can be no polarities. There can be no bias or prejudice to divine will, to love. And that's spirituality. That's spiritual eminence. That's conditions for Torah.